Peace and love. How are you? I received something fun in the mail and I wanted to open it together. So I'm going to put it to the side and we'll get started. This is a Witch's Roots box. They have two other boxes, but this is the one that I love the most. One I really would love, but I can't afford it. I used to get the Witch's Moon, but it wasn't really for me. But this one is perfect. So the Witch's Roots box, it focuses on a herb each month. So let's see what we have going on. So on the top of each box, we have a card, just a little information sheet. And so we're not going to read all of it, but this one is called the Temple of Fortune, right? So we'll put that aside. And the first thing I'm going to look for is the incense that comes in. Normally we'll get an incense each month. And this one here is Swift Luck. So let's go ahead and get some burning so we can bring about that energy of abundance and luck into our lives. Right? So if you're watching, sending you this same energy. Really nice smell, very crisp, very, let's see, maybe a citrus note in them. Maybe they'll tell us a little bit more about the incense. Yeah, has a bright energy to it. All right, so we'll get that going. All right, put that to the side. So the first thing I want to pull out is our oracle card. Remember, the oracle card is sitting right there on the top. And so this is the back of the card. And today we have non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Beautiful card. And I have this deck as well. What is the name of it? I want to make sure. I used to use it all the time in my readings. I need to bring it back out. Let's see. The Divine Abundance Oracle by Tasha Silver and Fina Gonzalez. This is a beautiful deck, and it's perfect because it doesn't require a guidebook, no guidebook included. She's done two decks that I have. This one is nice because all the information you need is on the card. All right, so let's see. So normally we'll get a beautiful art piece, original art piece. And this month we have Fortuna. And it says, as the Roman goddess of fortune and fate, Fortuna embodies the dual nature of luck, both its blessings and its curses, often depicted with a cornucopia overflowing with abundance. To the Romans, she was both a bringer of good fortune and a harbinger of misfortune, a dichotomy that reinforced her role as a goddess to be both revered and feared. Right? Wonderful. And the beautiful thing about the Witch's Roots box is the roots, is we're focusing in on herbs, herbal medicine, and herbal energy. And so this month we have we have nutmeg. And so we'll figure out a little bit more about the uses, how we use nutmeg in our magical or spiritual practice. Put that to the side there. These are nice. You can use them as art pieces. They have them to use for your Book of Shadows, but I don't have one. I do like to display them from time to time. Right? Non-duality. Let's see. All right, we normally get a ritual candle. And this is the one we have this time, Fortuna's Flame. They used to wrap their candles in like a parchment or a tissue paper. But I see now we're getting plastic. Beautiful color here. No fragrance on this one. Sometimes they'll put oils or at least I don't smell anything. Oils and glitter, but this time it's just a plain beeswax. Smells beautiful. Just smells like a plain beeswax candle. We know bees bring in the energy of abundance. All right. And these are my favorite types of things. I love stuff like this. It's so simplistic, but it brings me so much joy. So we have like a little charm, a herbal charm pack here with cinnamon sticks bound together with a little bell, some brass bells, and a dried orange slice. Let me see. A little bit of scent there with the cinnamon, of course. I love to make things like this. I make smaller botanicals, roses, jasmine petals, calendula, things like that. and I'll do take it to the river or the ocean. I like to do offerings or just place it on the earth as well and give thanks. But that's beautiful. I love that. Okay. We also get a ritual oil, which it seems as if they're now putting these in plastic. All right, so this is for tuna. And they could have always been in plastic. I can't really remember. I haven't had this box in a while. For tuna oil, comes with your little sprayer here. The oils are really nice because you get a lot of usage with them. Beautiful smell, extremely sweet. Makes me think of lemongrass, but it's something else in there that I know we'll be able to read up on it later. But these are beautiful. It's just a spray, a room spray on the body for ritual, spray on your linens, things like that. I love these a little bit more than the oils. The ritual oils are nice too, but they go bad quickly. So if you have these boxes, you have those oils, you want to use them up. You can. That's the reason for the candles. You can dress your candles with those oils. You can put them on your pulse points. You can just put them anywhere. Put them on the body for meditation. So there use lots of uses for them. If they sit there and they're not being used, they can go bad. So beautiful. All right, so we have the star of the show, the box. We have the nutmeg here, the whole nutmeg. And see, I love nutmeg. I love nutmeg and oatmeal. So these are nice. I love this. So, I mean, of course, if you know anything about nutmeg, you have to grind it up. So to get the actual scent and the usage of the nutmeg. So, but these are beautiful. And we'll kind of figure out how we can use these in a ritual when it comes to our spiritual practice. All right. And let's see. So it comes in this beautiful burgundy bag here. We have the crystal that we normally would get. Let's see what we have. This is nice. Is this like a tiger's eye? Let's see what they have. If it is, yeah, red tiger eye stone. I've never seen a red tiger eye stone. But I know tiger eye can come in a couple different colors. But this is beautiful. A beautiful piece, and you see that characteristic shine of tiger eye. That banded shine. This is beautiful. Okay. We'll read up a little bit more. I would have thought a Yellowstone would have been nice for this, but I'm curious to see what they have to say about the tiger's eye. All right, so let's see. This is the last thing, and it comes like this. All right, so we have a Fortuna little statue here. Pretty lightweight, but it's nice. Now, this isn't too bad for me. I did the Witch's Roots, the moon box for a bit, but it wasn't my style because we receive things like this, but large statues and of deities and things like that, and those don't necessarily fall into my practice. This wouldn't necessarily fall into my practice, but I do love the idea of Fortuna, and this is small enough to kind of tuck away or to put out, depending upon when I want to use it. Those larger ones become hard to store. Like, where do you put those type of things, especially if you don't necessarily use them with your spiritual work? But this is a beautiful energy, the goddess Fortuna. So can't say no to that. All right, so let's do a quick. Let me make sure. Let's do a quick little reading. Let's see the nutmeg. So nutmeg has a long and enduring magical history, most notably known for being intertwined with the rise and fall of empires. Originally, nutmeg, along with its powder form, was found on the Banda Islands of Indonesia. At that time, nutmeg was as valuable as gold. Beyond its heavily storied past, nutmeg has long been associated with prosperity, abundance, and luck. We enjoy carrying a nutmeg with us during important and laborious endeavors, which calls upon this plant spirit to push our circumstances slightly in our favor. We encourage you to foster a sense of creativity when incorporating nutmeg into your prosperity workings. The nutmeg is no way a replacement for effort and should be viewed as a positive companion on your path towards a brighter future. Elemental association, fire. Planetary association, Jupiter. Intended for external and ritual use only. So they're saying that they don't want us to put this in a food item. But this is nice though. I think I've told you all I'm a teacher, and sometimes it's no joke, okay? But I might take these and I'll probably put them in here, and maybe put this in my classroom. So I think that's beautiful. And let's see here. Let's look at the. Oh, so on the hand-rolled candle, they said the oils of lemongrass, clove, and bay have been included into the rolling. Okay, so I couldn't smell it at the time, but as they were rolling the candle, they put those essential oils in it. So I love that. And I want to take a look at the spray. So let's see what they use. Use this blend during ritual or before you begin a potentially prosperous endeavor. In addition to fervent effort, this blend is crafted to push you in a positive direction. We have created this blend with the oils of orange, ginger, bay, lemon, cinnamon, and lemongrass. It's amazing to me about lemongrass, the power of that particular oil, because you can smell that over anything. But I know it smells really sweet, so I can tell that orange was in there now. I love the idea of the ginger being in there. All right, and so let's see here. Red tiger eye stone. Among a variety of beneficial qualities, red tiger eye encourages us to find focus, enhancing our self-esteem and determination. Combine red tiger eye and nutmeg into a magical sachet. So that's why we have this here. They provided the sachet for us, which is wonderful, which can then be carried with you throughout the day. So why are you up here, sweetie? One of my girls is here, Ninja. I lit the incense stick, and they normally run for the hills because it's not really good for pets to smell incense. But she's been attracted to this one, and that's unusual for her. So it's a potent incense. Let's see if they say anything about it. It just says, as the smoke from this blend finds its way into every corner of your sacred space, allow its energies to inspire action and courage. I love that. And so I love this box because truly and honestly, these things are beautiful. Receiving these things are beautiful, but without intention, without speaking it, if you go back and look at my reading, the spiritual, the what is it called? Herbal allies. I'm sorry, I can't get the words out. We're dealing with herbs. So herbal allies, I talk about, these, when we're working with the nutmeg, we're working with the cinnamon, we're working with the orange, we're working with the lemongrass and all these things. We're speaking to them, we're talking to them, and we are honoring them for their energy. But as we're doing that, we are putting our own intentions and our energy in them as well. Getting things like this and doing magical, or what I like to call spiritual workings, it requires you to be a part of it. They make sure they let you know that fortune is beautiful to want, but you have to work towards it as well. You can't sit on your backside and do things like this and hope that things fall off the sky. It doesn't work like that. All types of magical and spiritual work, any type of work of any significance, requires that you put your energy, your love, and your spiritual being into it. All right? So let's finish up with an oracle card. Let me get a sip of my tea. I had my tea here the whole time. Simple tonight with just peppermint tea. Guys, be careful with your tea bags. Lots of reports now. They're talking about microplastics found in the tea bags. So if you're not using traditional medicinals, I know it's one. The yogi teas are good. Try to stick with the health food store teas, so we know that we're dealing with materials that are recyclable, that you can compost them, and that we're not dealing with nylon and those silk tea bags, those triangular ones. They say those ones are bad. And so thousands, if more than thousands of particles going into your tea. So just be careful with that. Of course, I love loose leaf tea. And so that's really the best way to do it. Get loose leaf tea and get a couple of strainers to have on hand, or a little small teapot with a strainer. All right. That's the safest way to go. So this is the Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle by Catherine Skaggs. She's the author, not the author, but the artist behind, and I'll bring this out. This is one of my favorite decks. the Mythical Goddess Tarot. I know a lot of people like Cal Gray. I don't resonate a lot with those, and these are some of the cards. I'm sorry, I brought the deck out, but didn't show the cards. This is one of my favorite decks here. I don't resonate with that energy too often, but I wanted something similar, and this one kind of has a somewhat slighter, but a little bit more elevated for me. This might not be for everybody, so it's very new agey. All right, so let's get and this is kind of what they look like. So maybe not for everyone, but I think they're beautiful. So Spirit, as we're talking about the energies of abundance, we want to have, as we especially moving into the new year, we want to bring more abundance into our lives. We want to have more fortunate circumstances. We want doors to open for us, paths to be lit up so that we know exactly which way you want us to go. What do we have to do? So I'm going to take that one and just put it there. We'll look at that. So it's saying use our wisdom with the ancient one. That flew out. So let's see. Let's get another one. How do we bring the spirit of the energy of abundance into our lives? Thank you. Fortuna. All right. All right, so practicing gratitude. So I'm just going to read these and then devotion. So devotion to a higher power, devotion to your spiritual practice, and also devotion to yourself. But let's read what they say for the Ancient One wisdom. It says, be present, watch, listen, feel, learn, catch Spirit's teachings, and be wise. And then for Our Lady of Light, gratitude. It says, the radiant light of love, light and love of Spirit pours upon you. Count your blessings, for they abound. So before we can be blessed with more fortunate circumstances and more abundance, we have to acknowledge what we have around us, and we have to say, thank you, Creator. Thank you, Spirit, for what I do have. Maybe it's not what I wanted, or maybe it's not what I thought I would have at this time, but this is what you've blessed me with. And so this is what I have, and I give thanks. Then also we're using our minds here with the wisdom, and we give thanks for the wisdom that came before us as well with our spiritual teachers. All right. Peace. Take care. Sending you lots of love.